Hey everybody, we're going over theme and elaborations today. So we're going to start with the first theme, by Elaine Zajac. We're going to start with the first theme and then do the first two elaborations. So we're going to go over 1, 2, and 3 with a little commentary at the end about some things to watch over. Then we'll do a second video with themes or elaborations 4, 5, and 6 with a little commentary at the end of that one to give you some more things to look at while you're practicing. We're starting in the key of F majors. Make sure you get those B flats in there. Here we go. All right, so a couple things we want to make sure we're looking after in these first three elaborations. Our dynamics are all over the place: crescendo, decrescendo, subito, mezzo piano, subito, pianissimo. So make sure we're not just following the notes on or in the bar line, but we have to make sure we're looking underneath to see where the real music begins. So all the crescendos need to come out, need to be exaggerated. All the subito dynamic changes need to also be exaggerated. In the second variation, there's a key signature change. We change from the key of F major to the key of C major, so there's no more B flats. Make sure you don't get caught up in that first measure when that B flat comes in on the E of 3. The of 3. There's a B natural in there. Make sure you don't still have this B flat down. This is the one I'm using for the very beginning. So make sure you have moved your finger up a little bit so we don't get caught on those B flats. I will put it back, however, when I come back in on measure 31 on the high B flat. There are no B naturals in that section, so it's easier for us to go from A to B flat with this finger down versus having the side B flat or the 1-in-1 combination of B flat. This one just is a little bit easier and it tends to be a little more in tune when we're playing the higher tessitura of the instrument. Something we need to think about in the beginning of the third section, we'll have the piano starting with us to change the key or the time signature to 3/8. So you'll hear the 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and go with that B flat. The B flat that they play to start, it's the same B flat you're going to be playing on measure 31. So make sure you're listening right away when you either cue your pianist or your pianist takes a breath with you to know the beginning of the third section is going to start, and hear the first note and have that intonation in your ear. So when you get this B flat on top, you're playing it just like they did. All right. This video is around the around the given metronome marks. So it's a great one for you to finger along with and make sure you have all the right fingerings down. With me, I didn't give you too much rubato. I gave you a little retired in measure 16. I gave you a little bit more retired at the end of the third movement, or third section rather. But everything else is pretty much straight. so you can practice along with the video, finger along, play along with me. Happy practicing.